Formula 2 joins Formula 1 in Round 1 Bahrain. We're starting the longest season in F2 history at the Bahrain International Circuit. As I said, 14 rounds across the next 8 months as well. That will also take us with the longest season with 28 races. It starts here in Bahrain on the 5th of March. We'll go over to Saudi Arabia. Australia makes its first ever appearance in the F2 calendar. Then Azerbaijan before a break, before Emilia-Romagna, Monaco, Spain, Austria, Great Britain, Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy run in a trio before the season rounds out 2 months later in Abu Dhabi on the 26th of November for what we will hope will actually be a title showdown. With 28 races, the mathematics show this could go down to the wire. It's FIA Formula 2 Sunday race day, and this is the first feature race of the year. Shakir, the story so far.
It is a mighty performance from Théo Pourchaire, 7.5 tenths of a second clear of the field.
I did an amazing lap.
No height required. And we're racing for Formula 2 in 2023. That ART is a rocket ship.
Victor Martins forces Iwasa to the inside.
This is for second position.
And Pourchaire goes down the inside.
Hauger trying to spoil the ART party. Oh, look up, Iwasa.
Iwasa coming back up the inside somehow.
And he's got second place. A superb race for Dennis Hauger.
Pourchaire clinging on by his fingernails.
What a story for Ralph Boschung. He takes his maiden victory at the 96th attempt.
Better late than never. It took a long time for sure.
Here we go again then. Time to start the feature race. Good morning everybody, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to FIA Formula 2. It's round 1 here in Shakir for the Bahrain Grand Prix support weekend. And this is where everything kicks off. The Shakir International Circuit, built back in 2004, has been a permanent fixture on the calendar here for Formula 2 and GP2 since 2005. It's a 32-lap race coming up for us here today as we take a look around this circuit. 15 turns, 16.8 metres elevation change is the maximum as they hurtle uphill towards turn 4. Turn 1 and 2 though, even yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars wide, which saw Fittipaldi and Verschoor coming together. And how about down at turns 5 and 6 with Dragovic versus Pourchaire as well, having the action side by side in the sprint race with Dragovic being pushed down by Pourchaire. And at turn 10 in 2021 as well, Piastri versus Schwartzman on the inside, through when Schwartzman, Piastri went wide. 3 minutes on the board as we get ready then for the first race of Formula 2's feature campaign. Alongside me in the commentary box is Synthil. Afternoon, Synth, as well. You had breakfast quickly. I don't have time for that. You all right? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Something went wrong on my laptop, so I didn't hear you. So, well, here I am then. And looking forward to this race. Obviously, first race we're going to see with the mandatory pit stop. So let's see how that's going to work out strategically.
It was funny because if you didn't see, you didn't see it when we were on air, but during that little build-up, I was waving at the camera to Synth to try and get his attention. I was shouting, Synth, like, we're on! So I forgot. Oh, I'll just text him, which is probably the simpler thing to do as we get through. Théo Pourchaire then on pole position. Championship contender he could be. Do you reckon he's got a good shot this year?
Well, if we're gonna make a bold prediction, I think if nothing weird happens this race, I think Pogacar might win this race by maybe over 15 seconds.
Cool. Here's the starting grid then. Row 1 sees Theo Pogacar and Victor Martins. Row 2, Richard Verschoor and Dennis Hager. Row 3, Frederick Vesti alongside Kush Maney as well. Row 4 sees Momo Wassa alongside Otto Leclerc in his first weekend in Formula 2, being impressive as always. Row 5 sees Roman Stanek alongside Ralph Boschung, the winner of the sprint race yesterday. His first ever win in FIA Formula 2 in 96 starts. 6th row, Johan Jaruma alongside Oliver Behrman. Row 7 on the grid as well, 13th and 14th, Enzo Fittipaldi and Isaac Hadjar. Then on row 8 of the grid in 15th and 16th position, Emil Cordial and Juan Manuel Correa alongside him as well in the VAR. On row 9 of the grid, Jack Doohan alongside Zayn Maloney as well, 17th and 18th of the grid. The 10th row as well, that will see Jack Crawford alongside Brad Benavides as well. Brad Benavides as well, as we were talking about in the pre. And then row 11 sees Roy Nazani and Clement Novalak as well. So Brad Benavides as well. See, we're getting there, Sid. I'm getting there. But just learning everyone's correct name pronunciations over the winter break, it took a long time. But features coming up. Pogacar could win, as you say, by seconds, but everyone is looking to see what Victor Martins can do. Up from Formula 3 to Formula 2, debuted brilliantly yesterday. Here today, he's got a chance to get pole position as a staller on the grid further back. And it's one of the, I think it's one of the Carlings by the look of it on the screen. Can't tell who it is just yet. Starting down in 16th position, so it's not Juan Manuel Correa, is it? Let's have a look on the grid. There they are, 12-13. It's Enzo Fittipaldi who was stalled on the grid. I had to turn my head there to see the number on the grid slot, but it is P13 and it's Cordial, not Fittipaldi. So is that right? Because it's the 15th, so it is Emil Cordial, but he's in position 13 on the grid. So what's happened there? Grid hasn't changed because we just gone through it.
Well. Well, I'm not sure what's happened there. Well, it was one of the virtuosos, I think. So he's starting P15, Cordial.
And he's back into the pit lane as well, so he'll start from the pits then, Emil Cordial. Track temperature, 31.2 degrees, air temperature 31.8, they're exactly the same, so Formula 2 has optimal conditions. I wish it was that hot in the commentary box as well, because it is getting a little bit chilly up here. Let's hear from our pole sitter. Chair.
How he was able to fight his way to the
pole
front
lap with Alex
and
Brundle.
not by a tiny margin, by 7.5 tenths.
Brakes aglow. They've just got this car absolutely right this weekend, the ART. Seems to take the most out of the tyre, although we did see a little bit more tyre degradation as a result. Tends to be the way for Theo Pogacar when he has the car underneath him to deliver the absolute pole lap. It's taking the maximum out of the tyre in qualifying, but this lap was superb. Very much like the laps we've seen over the years from Max Verstappen at the front of Formula 1, where he just looks like the car is absolutely on rails, but with that effort, with that hustle and attack that you see from a car really on the limit. But he's still got it all to do today. Got pit stops to undertake, got laps to lead, and got the race to win, Theo Pogacar, with some drivers who demonstrated great speed in the sprint race yesterday behind him.
That's absolutely right. We're on board with our most recent race winner, Ralph Boschung. At the 96th attempt, made his way through, and he won by a mile in Formula 2 terms.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
Yeah, 10.8 seconds for Ralph Boschung. And you look at that, and after...
Yeah, they all come to, don't they, as well, as they come on to the starting grid then. Once again, procedures start to rise up. I'm getting loads of messages coming through. Is it you? Is it you, Synth? Would it be an issue for
it is me. I was asking you if I can leave on my laptop for some reason. If that will be an issue.
No, go on.
Okay.
I'll just I'll take you off cams for a few seconds and get everything sorted.
Yeah, working now.
Brill. No worries.
Yeah.
You didn't even change cams. All lining up there in positions.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's Cordial refired, getting ready at the end of the pit lane. Let's see what's going to happen here today. First feature race of the year then. 21 cars on the grid, one in the pit lane. Lights on. 3, 4, 5 red lights, lights out, race on, and it's a slow start for Pourchaire. Might be a slow start by Martins too. Hauger might get through, so might for sure. Brilliant start for Pourchaire in the second phase. He's mastered the slow getaway, but now he's going to have to worry about for sure going on for second positions. That up the inside as well. Martins in a bit of a trouble. They were a bit wiggly there coming through. What a start from Kushmani, 6th to 2nd at the opening. Brilliant start from the Indian as he moves up the order. 3 wide coming into turn 3. That's going to be a problem. They're not careful. Prima coming to the inside. In towards turn 4 we go. Are they going to get through? No! Contact. 3 cars involved. And there's a darting left and right. One in the gravel. And round goes one of the Avalanche Hammersfoot as well. It's Roman Stanek and Richard for sure.
Ah, no. That's so unfortunate for Richard for sure. Being spun around, going 3 wide. He had such a good start up to 2nd place. And now it's Vesti up into 2nd place. He's overtaken Maney and it's a safety car or something. What's happened over here?
Yellow flag
It's so slow. It's 3 wide everywhere.
And they're all straggling for traction. I don't know, there's a yellow flag out in the first sector and second sector. I don't know if that will be a safety car or not. Can't see if Stanek maybe has stalled in. There's a lot of action coming in towards turn 10. Now the cameras break away. The top 2 have fun in the future. And now we've got a bridge, a break up. And now it comes back to us. The field separated, but we've got a safety car to stop proceedings.
What a chaotic start that was. So it is still Pourchaire in the lead, I think. So then, I think it was Vesti in 2nd place, but I'm not sure. We're not seeing the leaders at the moment.
Martins has dropped down to 6th position, so he's had a terrible start. There's the safety car on lap 1 of 32. And the picture breakup we're experiencing is coming from the FIA Formula 2, not from us. And that is the Trident of Roman Stanek stopped on the track. That's the reason for the safety car down at turn 4. Oh, well, Stanek has stopped, yeah.
Stanek as well.
Yeah.
Didn't, for sure. That's for sure, right? As well. No, it's Stanek.
Yeah, so
Oh, it is for sure.
Versure
Hey,
somewhere.
no, it's for sure. It's in Van Amersfoort.
Yeah, so where's Versure? Because
Oh.
he got spun round as well with a broken special. So that's at turn 5 and 6. Who's at turn 4? Victor Martins is into the pit lane. So the guy who started 2nd, and we said had to take a look forward, is now in real trouble. Let's take a look at that start once again. It was a very quick lights out. Pourchaire didn't get the best getaway, but as soon as he drops the clutch properly, he goes. And then it's Martins has the worst start.
Yeah, definitely. I was a bit confused because Stanek is in the same car, which for sure, last year. So that's where it got chaotic for me. So let's see. Turn 1, I think went pretty fine. 3 wide in the back there, but this all went very well. Mainly there up to 2nd place. Incredible job by the Indian driver in the Campos. So from P6 on the grid, of course. Here we get to turn 3. This is where the chaos starts. So you can see, there's already contact with Martins. And there it is for sure who spun around.
Yeah, and he gets collected by a couple of other cars. And there goes Stanek with, I think, a broken suspension. This is Versure, started 4th. Novalax in the pit lane, Versure 2, Vesti as Martins in there too, so they've all had damage. And I tell you what, Kushmani, fantastic start from him, from 6th to 2nd. Pourchaire mastered the 2nd phase of the getaway, didn't get a great getaway to begin with. And Versure, this is going to be his POV. He's going to get swamped by cars either side.
Yeah, there was slight contact between him and mainly into turn 2 as well, so but that was not the issue. It was down here, leaving enough space by the looks of it, and I'm not sure it was Vesti who spun him around, I think, or I'm not sure it was the Prema there. So it looked like we're going 3 wide already, so I'm not sure who's to blame here.
It's the 7th.
No, this
so,
was
it's Vesti.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
Stanek.
Yeah, that was Stanek
Victor Martins.
forced to the air.
Yeah, Stanek runs over the top of Victor Martins' front wheel, so Stanek's out with a broken suspension. Martins got literally up the inside, and that's why he's in the pit lane. Vesti touched, so that's the 2. Since Martins hits, see, this is Boschon in 3rd.
Yeah, he's in 3rd. He started 10th on the grid. Look at this. He's just gonna avoid all the chaos and just overtakes like 7 cars in one corner. That's bizarre.
What a start from Ralph Boschon. What a start by Kushmani. So the man who won the sprint race yesterday is now 3rd in the feature today and maybe on for winning the feature. Dragovic did it last year in the Spanish Grand Prix, but wow, if that's a case.
Yeah, he's in 4th here, so he's gonna overtake another car. Is he gonna go down the inside of turn 10?
Yes, he is. Behrman locks up massively and slips through. Oh, Ralph Boschon is having the dream weekend in his 96th, 97th start, and Victor Martins is out of the race, probably a broken front suspension. So his first weekend in Formula 2 started with a high yesterday and then ends with a low in the feature.
Wow, very painful. Started from second on the grid, and could have been an ART 1-2, but unfortunately he's out of it after a very bad start. Frederick Vesti from P5 is also out of the race.
Novalak's in the pit lane again, so we're down to 18 runners, and maybe Novalak's having some trouble. Vershaw is in there too, so I reckon 19 cars are left in this race as things stand, but everybody diving into the pit lane to change over some tyres. Novalak in now as well. Has he got any serious damage? I'm not seeing anything at the moment, so maybe this is just a pit stop to change tyres if he's got something wrong. Yes, soft tyres.
That's early.
Very early. Why is that then? What's he thinking as the game plan? And they're old soft tyres as well. So is he still going to have to do a stop later? And he's just taking the gamble now to say, okay, let's get some fast runs going through.
I mean, if he didn't lose any positions with the pit stop, if he was already down in last place, it could be interesting. As Dennis Hauger's also down there. He started in 4th, so he also had a horrible start. Isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Hauger's now down in 16th as well, so absolute chaos from the top runners. So yeah, only Pucher is where he started, so in P1, but Hauger's still dropping back. Is he out of the race as well?
Hauger coming through, can't see. So I think on our timing screens it says Vesti, Vesti, Stanak and Martins are officially out. Safety cars in this lap. And let's run through the order actually, because that makes more sense. Safety cars coming in. So it's Pourchaire, Maney, Boschung, Behrman, Owassa, Fittipaldi, Maloney, Hauger, Hadjar, Leclerc, Doohan, Druvela, Nizani, Crawford, Correa, Benavides, Cordial, Novalak, Vershaw, the 19 left, out, Martins, Vesti and Stanak. That's how the field currently operates. As the safety car officially in, yellow flags take over. What will Pourchaire do, since? Because he too likes the long run up to the line like Verstappen.
Yeah, well, he's got 2 Campos behind him, which are surprising Campos, because they started in 6th and 10th. He's already going. That's before the final corner for the first time.
That's a bit risky because Maney's going to get the toe and maybe Bosch on 2. Green flag again here in Bahrain as they head down towards turn number 1. No DRS until the next lap. As look at this from Boschon, going to have a little run on Maney towards turn 1. He's already made up 7 places. Behrman's made a bait. Boschon looks to the inside line. He's going for it on the inside. Maney gives him enough room and goes through as they all scream in towards turn 1. I think that's up into 13th position. We've got a yellow flag on the track at turn 1. I can't see any reason why. There's a car coming back on the track. It's Vershaw again off the track. And Hauger too. That's up the inside. That's Fittipaldi and Owassa battling together. It is.
Well, that's another incident between those two. That's very unfortunate. Let's see if we can see a replay of it soon. There is for sure. Attack!
Go! Just go for it. Go for it. He's right at the back of Pourchaire. This is amazing from Ralph Boschung. What's happening to him this weekend? It's like it's a different person.
It's great. It's a great weekend for him. He's on the softer compound tires, of course. It's obviously one of the reasons why he's now this quick. But still, he started from 10th on the grid. He's in 2nd and fighting for the lead as well. If he's going to make the strategy work, that would be an incredible race from the Germans. So that's lovely to see.
Martin, Vesti, Stanak and Vershaw are under investigation after the race for causing the collision at turn 4. And we saw a lock-up from Oliver Behrman in 4th position. Owassa's right behind him. He got ahead of Fittipaldi. Hadjar past Maloney as well coming through. Leclerc's 9th, Doohan's 10th as well as they come through. Out of the back, down towards turn 13. And that up into 14th position as well. Because Emil Cordial back up the inside now as well. Isaac Hadjar getting through on Enzo Fittipaldi as well as they come through down towards turn 13 once again. Back off ever so slightly down to 5th gear. Accelerate once again hard into up to 6th. The maximum for the Formula 2 cars. They just hurtle down the straight once again. And Boschung is 1.4 behind as well at the line as the timing screen still showing Cushmaney in 2nd position. And now they haven't updated yet. What's going on there then? Timing screen hasn't updated.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But that was a good move by Isaac Hadjar actually. Down the inside of turn 13. You don't have to see that as they're under pressure. Yeah, Nizani going for a move on the outside.
Oh, Nizani trying to swing it around the outside of 1 on Leclerc. Gets the move done. That's a good move actually for once from Roy Nizani. He hasn't gone over the top of the car.
not easy to do around the outside of turn 1. You obviously will have the inside then of turn 2, and Leclerc definitely didn't decide to push him off track, so that's also very nice from Leclerc.
Synth, you're right. Hauger's out. Hauger is out of the race, so he has retired. So we're down to 18 runners. Brad Benavides is in the pit lane too, and has left the pit lane as well. He rejoined his 17th position as things stand. So 18 runners left out of the 22 that started on lap 5 of 32 with the Formula 2 sprint race here in Bahrain. As they come down the back straightaway once again, Pourchaire's going to have to go defensive. Boschung is 4/10 behind, so that 1 second advantage ahead of the line hasn't really made a difference as they come in towards turn 10. Boschung is second. The timing tower has glitched, we understand. They hopefully will get that sorted soon, but it's also a problem on the F2 website as they come through, not just the T feed that we use. And up into 13th goes Cordial.
Yeah, Boschung no DRS just yet, so Boschung will not have that advantage on the straight. We'll have a next lap unless he's going to be able to already overtake on this lap without DRS on the straight, which could be which is possible. He's within half a second of Pourchaire, so that would be an incredible job by Ralph Boschung if he can take lead. There he is, Dennis Hauger out of the race.
Yeah, trying to plug the laptop in, and they're looking at something, aren't they, at the back of that engine cover of the car, so I don't know what's happened there. Still the timing tower doesn't update with the correct names because it's still showing Kushmani in second instead of Ralph Boschung, and if we go any further, Boschung's going to be leading the race. We understand it's a transponder problem at the trackside that's causing the issues. I've just been informed in my ears, so apologies for that. Dive bomb again, and Nazani is going for it, and he is just not stopping today. Up into 8th position, past Maloney.
Yeah, that's a good job, but now he's going to be under pressure towards turn 4 now. Can he get him back, say Maloney? Around the outside.
Oh no, Nazani's held it. Wow, this is actually good from Leroy Nazani. That's amazing stuff. A driver who was nearly killed at Silverstone by his own driving standards, I might point out, is actually making some good maneuvers. He's up into 8th.
Yeah, definitely. Very good job, and a very good late dive bomb down the inside. And just very dared move, so he's doing a good job. Is he on soft as well?
I think so.
Which means definitely you are going to have to push.
I think he is on soft tyres as well, Synth, so we'll keep an eye and see if that changes. On board with Pourchaire, looking back to Ralph Boschung as well. The gap is 0.4 of a second if they can bring it back through out of turn 11 up towards turn 12. Massive uphill kink section as well. The car wants to spin you around here if you touch the curbs. That's where you hear the drivers lift off in race pace. Don't go full throttle just about. Into turn 13, then now another long straightaway, but no DRS down this straight. They don't want to add a 4th. This is all slipstream to give you an attack advantage down towards turn number 1.
Yeah, now DRS will be enabled this lap, I think. So Ralph Boschung is, I think he's definitely close enough to go for a move into turn 1 now. So here we go then.
Power, 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 power. Open up the DRS, 3, 2, 1 now. Get to the slipstream, 6.5 tenths behind him as well. Can he find anything? I think he's too far back since turn 1.
Yes, he is. We're going to go for a late move. No, he's not. So then he's going to try maybe in turn 4. The soft tires, he will give him a better exit possibly out of turn 1 and 2. So, well, let's see if we can try something later on in turn 4. Here it's still very close to each other. No moves being made in turn 1 behind.
Yeah, so the timing tower's crashed, but every other bit of information is actually updating normally. So I've no idea what's happening there because Behrman's 4th, Wasser's 5th. I'm trying to see, we saw Leclerc in 10th and he's still being shown in 10th. So it's only Maney and Boschung who have been swapped round on that. Correa is 14th, Cordial 13th. So everyone else is swapping round, bar Kushmani and Ralph Boschung, which indicates it's the top 3 that have got the problem. So it's only those 2 names on the timing screen that are wrong. We'll update you as we go. On board with Enzo Fittipaldi, the Rod and Carlin, as he comes in towards turn 8, and he's right on the back as well of Isaac Hadjar in the high-tech.
Yeah, but it's not helping him, of course, that the cars in front of him also have DRS, so he's not just having that advantage by himself. They all have an advantage, so then it's not really an advantage anymore, is it? Yeah, all Red Bulls as well. A lot of Red Bulls in Formula 2 this year as well, so that's going to help us, of course, by getting the names right. So let us see here. Towards turn 11, can he make a move? No, just a bit too far.
So it's Iwasa, Hadjar, Fittipaldi in that order, but if they go side by side, don't expect us to know who's who. It's like that magic trick of the 3 ladies getting spun around on mirrors, and you've got to pick which one's the real one and which one's an illusion. It's very difficult to find out which is which. Or that scene in The Simpsons where the guy says, "I'm seeing double, 4 crusties," and there's only 2. As they come back down, he was drunk. If you're too young to understand that, he was. As they come back down as well, Then again, it is a party trick. I know some family members since as well that they can double the amount of people in the room and they just take a drink and then ban. That is a quite good party trick. But anyway, DRS open for Boschung. Back to the racing action as he comes in towards turn number 1. And they're miles ahead of Kush Maney in 3rd position.
Yeah, and he's already miles ahead of then Oliver Behrman behind. Then the 3 Red Bull liveries behind. And then already Roy Nizani behind him. And let's see if he's not on the softs actually, is he? He's on the hards as well. So he's just doing a very... no, he's on the softs, so that's why. So he's really needing to push now to make this strategy work. Let's see if he can first try and get past Enzo Fittipaldi up front.
Attack, attack, attack! Worry about anything else later as they push forward down the straight once again. Now this is the favourite sand dune section. Everyone says, oh, why does everyone enjoy the endurance layout? It removes this section. It doesn't. In fact, it literally barrels back onto itself to make sure we don't actually miss any corners. So I actually liked the endurance layout. And I wish with modern Formula 1 cars we had another go at it, because as we saw, it actually has great overtaking zones because we had it in the outer loop, and that was great. Oh, 2 seconds and I'll get your thoughts on it.
Okay, Zane, just an update. The soft tyre runners look to be sliding around already, so we're going to stay on these for now.
That's Maloney. Maloney's there and he's on the hard tyres since, but yeah, the endurance layout was good.
Yeah, maybe for these cars it's going to be a bit more difficult to follow through there. So
yeah.
maybe for that reason, for this series, it's better for this layout here. But yeah, it's a good layout still. But this is also perfectly fine, I think.
We said as well over the testing coverage and also the practice as well that the outer loop, we should have a place for that on the calendar again, because that is a fantastic circuit. Maybe alternate between Bahrain Outer and Bahrain Grand Prix layout as well. There's enough tracks here. I don't know why more circuits don't alternate to give us more exciting racing.
Imagine that qualifying in the outer loop this time, because we saw this with Q1, the top 20 within 1.2 seconds. Imagine on such a short track as the outer loop.
It would have been 0.6, something like that between everybody. And we would have all been freaking out. So we were freaking out anyway, but we would have been freaking out a lot more as they come down again. Boschung, we're on board with him, and he's 7 tenths behind Pourchaire now. Soft tyres starting to go off. We're approaching the time when you'll be thinking about pit stops as well. When would you say, Synth? I was thinking that 13, maybe 14 for the softs, then go the hards the rest of the race.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we've seen some guys make already pit stop onto the softs very early on, so maybe they think it will be an advantage to pit early on, and the rest of the race will be fine on the softs. So I'm not too sure about that actually, because we saw yesterday, of course, with the sprint, that 23 laps or something like that were all on the softs were made as well. So it could be that the people on the hards will pit pretty soon now, and the people on the softs will maybe around lap 20 will pit to the hards.
Pushing, pushing, pushing. We're going to have to see what's going to happen there. Great suggestion. Somebody get that down. Wish we had a pit report on this one. But there's no room in the box. Again, just little mistakes there, Synth, coming through into turn 10.
It was Ronnie Sanu going a little bit wide, and you can see he's immediately under pressure by the 4th Red Bull in this row. So he's, well, it's a little bit too far. Let's see, that's Say Maloney then.
Maloney, yeah. In the Rodin Carlin as well, or Rodin Carlin. I've been told it's pronounced Rodin Carlin, because the Northerners as well, which is what I am technically, but accent sometimes shows it. But still, yeah, the Rodin Carlin team as well, which I always find quite funny because it sounds like something else that you say, begin with an S as well. But yeah, that's something nice as well for the Carlin team, who've got a title sponsor this year to help with the costs. And that is Dennis Hauger returning to the feature race after being classified as out. Is that allowed? He never got out the car.
Yeah, well,
so
it is. It's just when you are standing still so long. He's never left his car by, like, I think it's a rule, like, if you leave your car by, like, this amount of meters, you will be out of the race. You're not allowed to go in it. But he's just stayed in the car the whole time. So I think this is going to be testing. Is he already stopping, or is he just letting everyone through?
Yeah. He's out there for a test session, isn't he? Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out there, do
5
some
laps
testing.
down.
Yeah. Unless there's multiple safety cars, he won't get onto the lead lap again, but at least he's out there for some testing, which is crucial on these cars as well. Back to the action then. Pourchaire leads by 9/10 of a second to Boschung. Maney's 5.9 seconds behind them at the moment, and he's got a big advantage too to Oliver Behrman, who's in 4th position. So pretty much the top 4 on their own, and it's a battle for the lead until the pit stops come in. But right now, that's an impressive start to this race. 10:32.
Yeah, very exciting strategically. We see the top two now are on different strategies, of course. So Pogacar on the hard compound and Boschung on the softs. It looks like Pogacar is in the advantage now because he will pit to the faster tires, of course, later on compared to Boschung. So, well, that's going to be interesting how that's going to work out. So, and obviously, safety car could just change the whole race, of course, when a safety car comes. Just at when one of the two tires needs to get into the box. So,
Oh, Juvela.
well, we're never going to know what's going to happen.
We think it's way too early. It's only lap 9 completed. For me, it's too early, but let's bet. Yes, I confirm. Box is lap.
So the team thinking, no, too early, stay out. He says, oh, so I box this lap? And they go, oh yeah, just box this lap.
Well, 1-4, and he does not pit. Does he? Wait, he's more behind.
Leclerc,
there he is.
Doohan, Druvela does come in. So 3 cars pitting off the soft compound tyre onto presumably the hard compound tyre.
Yeah.
Hards to soft
they
though
will
for
go.
Druvela.
Yeah, they will go for 20 laps then, at least this way around.
Yeah, you're right. So he's going to be fast at the end of the stint. So he's off the hard. Everyone who's come in was on hard compound. They're now going to softs. Druvela having to wait. Wait. Unsafe release in the pit lane. Yeah, so I thought he was going to hit the brakes. It looked like he was looking, but Doohan in a major error there, being released ahead of him in the fast lane and in the slow lane at the same time. So that's going to be a penalty for Jack Doohan. Druvela, I thought, was going to have to slam on the brakes because he didn't look like he was paying attention that much, but Doohan was released into his path.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to be a penalty, to be honest. It was because he just saw him and there was just about enough room. I think it won't be an unsafe release. I'm not so sure what they're going to do with that, but no one had to go on the brakes.
Here we go. Is that right on the line then? But the lollipop went back down. I would say that's just about okay. I agree with you there, since looking at that from this camera angle, look, it looks like no, there's a problem here. But from the angle we saw from above, it looks okay. Yeah.
Druvela wasn't planning on braking anytime soon either, so he would have just let them collide if it was up to him. So let's go back to the action then. This is still all in the same spot, so no overtaking just yet. They all have DRS, of course, so they don't have an advantage on the straight. So let's see, there into the box comes the next cars.
More in. So this is Oliver Bearman, Amor Mawassa and Enzo Fittipaldi all coming into the pit lane from 4, 5, 6. Then they drop down the order as a 3. And Prima's Garage is at the same one as Mercedes, so they get the first honours. And then we get everyone else ahead. So ideally, for Oliver Bearman, this should be okay, but that jack went to go back up. Was it okay? I'm not too sure. Out there now comes Awasa from Dams, and they were 3 up the field. And Enzo Fittipaldi, I believe, was right at the back for Carling, and his pit stop was actually the first in the box, which is okay. But I want to see if that car's okay. As we're into turn number 1 as well. Cars going side by side, a few yellows, but we're okay as off the track. That's Doohan getting forced out. No, that's Leclerc getting forced out wide by Bearman. Bearman goes through, Leclerc down to 13, so the undercut didn't work.
Yeah, just about didn't work because he got forced off, but immediately a yellow flag as well. Also, Bearman will still have a little bit colder tires compared to Leclerc. So Leclerc still, this is his opportunity to try and get past him as soon as possible. And they're both on the softs, of course, so this could be very close as the roof is very close to Fittipaldi behind them as well.
Pogacar's locked up on the hards.
Yeah, well, he'll go into the pits maybe then this lap. Because,
that's a huge lockup. Look at that, it's still not stopping.
Yeah, down to turn 10, easy to do, of course. And there will be a big flat spot as well.
He's in. Here he is, look, he's getting ready in the pit lane, and away he goes. So Ralph Boschung takes the lead of the F2 race here in Shakir. Pogacar trundling down the pit lane for ART. They're the 3rd team in the pit lane. Also coming in is Zay Maloney, Kushmani, Azakaja, Zay Maloney in, Emil Cordial, Juan Manuel Correa. And Pogacar gets out ahead of everybody before they have to take it. Look at that, they're just sitting down on the job. Get up, guys, get ready, because we're going to have something. Also, stand behind the tyre. Don't stand in front of the tyre, stand behind the tyre. Otherwise, you run the risk of getting your feet thingied over. Here we go. This is the Campos. They're the last ones in the pit lane. So that's good also for Ralph Boschung. Oh, it's a slow rear left into the pit lane. VAR coming in too, and they're all over the place as they're in. Synth.
Yeah, well, many hard compound runners, so a lot of the same strategy here. Mainly just comes ahead of Alpha Behrman. Behrman, the undercut, nearly worked. He's got warmer tires on the outside of turn 2.
Brilliant for Behrman, gets ahead up to 7th position. Maney dancing now, he's going to get passed by Leclerc as well. So you're right, the hotter tyres having their temperature. Leclerc's going to go to the inside line. Maney's down again. Oh, well, this is perfect then for Ralph Boschung because he's got 16 seconds. He's going to have a free pit stop.
Yeah, but he's going to go on for a longer time because he's on the softs, of course.
Yeah. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm just taking a look because Motorsport Broadcasting tweeted something as well. Coming up on the link. Oh, it's a race day video from Sky F1, which you can watch on YouTube. I think not Geoblox. I'm not too sure about that yet. So, who's going to make the pit stops? All of them on the hard compound now are coming in to change to softs. Those on the softs haven't come in yet, so it's actually the opposite to what we usually expected. Everyone on the hards pit earlier than those on the softer compound tyre. They're taking them longer in the race. It's a weird reversal because of the track temperatures.
Yeah, well, the softs will be faster than the hards for such a longer time, so they want to get rid of these hards as soon as possible. So they're already on the soft compound tyres. The gap is quite a lot between, as we see. Oh, there's something underneath the Van House Racing of that's Richard for sure, I think.
Yeah, it is. And it looks like some sort of bodywork or tape. Or is it metal? It's a metal Gardner strip. So it's something that connects to the undersaw of the floor, and he's taking it with him. It's a metal skirt. It's like a skirt rod that's come loose. Well, he'll have to come in because that goes on the track. Yeah, if that goes on the track, it's metal. So it'll have to be an instant safety car to get that out. So he'll get the black and orange flag to come in. SHG says, well, Roy Nazani running this high up.
Want a box for pit stop?
Yeah, let's just wait for a safety car, mate.
What? Race until
Wait
there's
for
a safety car. But you're going to cause the safety car if you're not. That's race fixing. They're not allowed because if you know the car's damaged and you're going to wait for the safety car, that is race fixing. You won't need to come into the pit lane. There's Boschung.
Here's Boschung, race leader.
Copy, box this up.
Right, Boschung's coming in, but he won't need to pit Synth if it comes off because
yeah, well, I think for sure we'll wait for the either Cisco or the black and orange meatball flag, of course. So Boschung will box a bit earlier than I expected because we saw the hard runners. They wanted to stop pretty early on. Now let's see where Boschung will start now. It's a big gap between Theo Pourchaire and Oliver Behrman. 11.4 seconds. That's of course Behrman for the first one. Behind Pourchaire to go from the hard to the soft. So let's see if Boschung will come between them or maybe even ahead of Theo Pourchaire.
Fastest lap of the race goes to Behrman, 1:48.383 as the time screen is way behind now. And Ralph Boschung pits. Roy Nazani pits. Jack Crawford pits as well. So that advantage just gets a little bit more as they come through. Is for sure going to take the lead of the race. Yes, he does. Novalak and Pourchaire goes up ahead and move into 3rd position. So Pourchaire's also passed Novalak. So Theo Pourchaire takes the lead. And what was that scream I heard? Someone saying no on the board. As Behrman comes out, that's Hauger. He's on in the race. And it's a pit. Oh, Doohan and Druvela noted unsafe release. But that's Verschoor leading. Pourchaire has the net lead of the race on the soft tyres.
Wow, that's a very big gap between Pourchaire and Boschung, I think. Maybe around 10 seconds was.
Yeah.
Can't see it for now, but that's a very big gap.
How long was the pit lane then? Around about 40 seconds? That was insane.
Yeah, it takes a bit longer than in Formula 1 to make a pit stop, of course.
Because that should have been Pourchaire easily second. He's going around the outside. No defence. Verschoor can't do it. Pourchaire up into second, up into the lead of the race.
Yeah, and a bit of a lock-up as well for Richard Verschoor going into turn 10. So Pourchaire back into the lead, and let's see a replay now. This is Pourchaire as well, getting past Trident here.
So what are we watching here? Was there contact? Was there wheel to wheel? This is Pourchaire getting ahead of Clement Novalak. Oh, late on the brakes into one. Nice move, and they allowed it to get right in the back of Richard Verschoor. Nice move.
Yeah, very good move. Those softs clearly a lot quicker, and as you see, indeed, the gap is 10.6 between Ralph Boschung and Theo Pourchaire. So, yeah, this means for sure Novalak will definitely lose out as well once they make it this stop.
Has Vershaw still got that damage as well? That's what I'm wondering. I didn't see it flapping around the edge, unless it's fallen off the track somewhere. He hasn't come in. He has come into the pits, but that was to change tyres. He hasn't come in again to change over. So we'll keep an eye on that. Duran's up to 9th. Fittipaldi 10th. Druvela, Hadjar, Nazani, Maloney ahead of Nazani now as they're all switching over on the timing towers.
I think both for sure, as there's a late move from Leclerc.
Oh, they're going to make contact. He's forcing Behrman very deep. That was expert. He's been watching Charles Azarta. That's fantastic.
And Maney will have an opportunity now as well to get past Oliver Behrman down the inside of turn 4.
Late on the brakes. Swings through. No, he doesn't. Does he get the cut back there with a better advantage? I think Behrman's got this one. And yeah, sees off with these. That was a surprise. Usually with the cutback, since we do get the move through, they find a way through. So a bit unusual there for Kushmani.
Very cautious, I guess, then
Yes.
from the Campos there. Yeah, I think both for sure and Novalak will be just gambling on a safety car now because they're not pitting just yet. Is he going for down the inside? No, he's just looking down the inside of turn 10, but Maney just a little bit just too far behind Oliver Behrman.
Attacking is now in progression as here comes Maney again with the DRS down towards turn 11, pulls the inside line. Behrman can't defend this one, and through goes Kush Maney, but goes a little bit wide. Behrman thinks about a cut back on the inside. Nope, not going to work out. Maney's up into 6th position, Behrman down to 7th. Pourchaire leads by 4.3 seconds to Vershaw and Novalak.
Yeah, well done by Kush Maney down the inside there of turn 11. He was definitely close enough, and well, they both had the DRS, so still very well done by the Indian driver. Now he's now behind Arthur Leclerc.
This race is just getting exciting for sure, pits. So I'd like to see that, please, TV director, because I want to see if they remove that piece of bodywork, and we are going to see it. So he's in the VAR, guys. They are second to last in the pit lane. They're in Alpha Tauri's pit box for Formula 1, so they're alongside Campos, which is Williams's. So here we go, down, down, down again. Second to last. Here we go, in they come. Oh, we've got a time penalty for Jack Doohan for an unsafe release. We thought it might. It looks like it's fallen off as well since that little bodywork. It's gone.
Yeah.
They've looked. It's gone.
Yeah.
Where's that fallen then? That's alarming.
No idea. But I guess it's not on the track, otherwise we would see a yellow flag. So
True. SHT says your predictions for the Formula 1 race later, Synth. What do you think is going to win second and third? Remember about the curse of whoever wins. Oh, and Druvela, 5-second time penalty. What's this for? Are they given them both the penalty? Speeding in the pit lane. Oh, so he was speeding. Oh my, so it wasn't. So surely that takes off the unsafe release then, because he was speeding in the pit lane. So why does Doohan get a penalty for that?
I guess that was just like 1 kilometer a bit too late on the brakes or something.
Wow.
So
That's an unusual
bit-
penalty. Go on. Yeah, well, who's your prediction? Remember about those who win the season opener don't go on to win the title.
Verstappen wins.
Okay, so Verstappen's not the world champion this year.
And then, and then I'm gonna go Paris second, and then hopefully Fernando Alonso in third.
Do you know, I was thinking the same thing. Red Bull 1-2 and Alonso third. That's a nice little podium. Unless Perez runs into trouble with Leclerc or Sainz, and then Alonso will take second. And I think a Ferrari might sneak on in third, whichever one's left in that battle. Boschung back to second, as into the pit lane comes Clement Novalak. But Ralph Boschung is 12 seconds behind Pourchaire. He lost 12 seconds in that pit stop a few laps ago. You can't write Formula 2.
Yeah, well, Pourchaire is going so quickly, and that undercut from Pourchaire has been incredibly powerful. Race control.
Oh, black
and white flag for Dennis Hauger for track limits.
This race is... And Hauger's not even in the race. He's 6 laps down. He's going to get black flagged for a race he already retired from. That'd be fantastic.
wow.
I hope that happens, actually. Black flag from a race he retired from. In fact,
Yeah.
he caused a safety car as well. Why is he even in the race? He's not allowed to rejoin. It's very bizarre, that.
Well, Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, obviously he just was into the pit lane, and he was not necessarily, I think, the reason for he didn't stop on track.
That's
He
true.
just drove it to the pit lane, and then somehow they managed to fix the car and probably just decided to test something out. That's why it maybe took even longer than it should have. And now they're 6 laps behind, as Benavides is going for another pit stop now.
Yeah, and he's down in 18th position, so he'll stay in 18th because he won't get lapped by Hauger at all, because Hauger's what, 6 laps down according to my timing screen. He's on lap 11 and we're on lap 18. So, well, he's on lap 12, we're on lap 18, so just count that up as completed laps in total. So yeah, lap 18 now completed. We're now on to lap 19 of the race, and Theo Pourchaire leads by 12.6 seconds to Ralph Boschung. Arthur Leclerc is in third. That's a great story. If Arthur Leclerc gets a podium, Charles Leclerc's got to do something impressive later on. As our starts, what, third on the grid? Yeah. In fact, looking at it, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the grid. You can't ask for any better.
Yeah. Well, we just predicted that that he was not going to be in the podium.
That's
so,
true. Unless Perez and Sainz come together, which is always a possibility.
I mean, I think it may even be earlier that Verstappen and Perez will clash together. I can see that happen this year.
Yeah, all gloves are off, aren't they? They may say, oh yeah, we're playing happies. In that case then, if Perez does hit Verstappen, we know what Red Bull are like. Will they just say, all right, Perez, goodbye, we'll bring in Danny Ricciardo?
Yeah, I do think so. So he's got to be a bit cautious, but he's definitely gonna try and win, whatever cost that will bring. As the fastest lap, new fast lap reaches for sure. Down to 16th, so that won't give him a point if he stays there.
Yeah. 147.321 on the board as well. As there is Theo Pourchaire. And oh, off the track, that's Leclerc! Leclerc's gone way too deep! Off the track, is that going to allow Maney to have a go at him? And look at that, Leclerc having to come back across the track. Maney's going to be in the DRS tow, looks to the inside line, Maney sends us a podium, and he's trying to go for it. Leclerc's got issues, and it's Leclerc wide, and Maney takes the podium!
Wow. Wow, okay, well that's a bit, we spoke a bit too soon I guess about that, his podium. Just making a mistake down in turn 10, going very wide and losing that position. Now he's still right behind Maney, so he can try and fight back. But maybe just pushing a bit too much to try and get closer to Ralph Boschung, possibly.
Commentator's curse number 2 of the weekend. 1 in Formula 3, 1 in Formula 2. I wonder what we'll do in Formula 1 later then. And IndyCar, of course, coming up at 5 o'clock. That's going to be fun. GMT time. Look at the debris on the track. They'll sweep for the F1. And off goes Leclerc, just straight on towards the barrier.
Yeah, from that angle it's not easy to see what happened. He's also hit that, that little board there. Anyways, let's see what's going to happen. We're not going to see it. So,
yellow.
Not sure if he locked up, and we've got a yellow flag. Not sure if he locked up or just lost the rear a little bit.
Leclerc!
Oh, Leclerc is dropping down even more.
He's gone off again. That's the second time in the 2 laps. Leclerc's dropped 2 places. Benavides and Iwasa. So Charles, there we go, that's it. Arthur Leclerc is having major trouble in the F2. I'm so used to saying Charles Leclerc in F2. It's not Arthur Leclerc. He's in big trouble now, and he's going to be passed again by Doohan.
I wonder what happened there. Did he maybe try and go for an impossible late dive down the inside of Maney and gone straight on, or does he have a big flat spot now which caused him to lock up once again? Let's see down into turn 10 if you're gonna have another lock up. He's really under pressure now as well by Jack Doohan. Oh, that goes his podium away now. It's down into P6.
Not fair at all. He's so close between them. We wanted him to do well. Let's have a look at it into turn 1. I think you're right. Has he gone for a move on Maney? Just locked straight on. He has.
Yeah, he is. Or no, he's. Oh.
Couldn't get the car stopped. Sends it straight on. He almost went into the back of Maney. So Maney sort of just came to a stopper at 1, and then Leclerc misjudged the braking zone.
Yeah, I think I think he was not sure if he wanted to go for it or not, and you should either go for it fully or just not at all. And well, you see what's happened when he was doing that. And now he locked up. Another big flat spot on Leclerc's tire. And this time it's front right, I'm pretty sure. I know it was front left again. So yeah, he's got a flat spot there. So that's not good news for Arthur Leclerc.
Pushing hard then, as we're on lap 21 of 32. So we've got about 12 laps to go, including the 1-1. Brad Benavides as well set a new personal best. It's a 1:48.088 on the board. as he comes through. Pourchaire, 10 seconds now to Boschung. And now the race just starts to go in its quiet phase as we wait to see what happens with tyre degradation. Always fun to have tyre chat in Formula 2.
Yeah, definitely. As Richard for sure gets past Cordeal for P15, trying to make something of what's happened this race. He's had very much drama already this race, Richard for sure. And now he's got the fastest lap still, but yeah, he's not going to get a point for that because he's outside of the top 10.
Pushing hard, isn't he? He's still going to try and have the attempt as they come through. Lap 21.32, Pourchaire. Come on, what can we see here from Fittipaldi and Zane Maloney? 2 Reading Carlings as well, battling together, both in also Red Bull livery. Makes it easier for us to spot at the moment as they run up towards turn. There's a bit of debris there since from the entrance as we hear from Fittipaldi.
Tell Zane it's still on great.
Front wing
Tells
is
Zane
not
it's a long
great.
race. And further negotiations over teammates not passing teammates.
Ah, I see. So that's it. So it's just the fact that he's been held up now, Maloney to Fittipaldi, and he wants to get through. He wants to have the attack, and they're not letting him do it. They're not letting him say, "Okay, after you." And they've got no options. They don't need to switch. It's not like Formula 1. Every driver's out for themselves in this series. They don't need to switch the drivers.
Yeah, I don't think at Carlin they will tell him that because Fittipaldi asked for it, but is there no team orders? If Formula 2 late dive on the inside, he's looking for it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too far there.
Owasa
I
trying to
think
go
that was,
inside.
yeah, Owasa.
Yeah. And Maloney on the radio again.
Is Andrew just gonna sit here the whole race, or is it going to work?
Is it a feature race or is it a sprint race? And now it's going to make the
here
move
it
for
comes.
him. Maloney on the inside. Fittipaldi going to give him all the room he needs. And I think that's just 2 teammates that are really not going to be working together after this weekend. They're side by side already. And Maloney's through. Fittipaldi, I think, on top of the radio. Don't you dare fight him. Back off, back off. And through goes Maloney ahead of Fittipaldi. Well, that was a little bit of drama.
Well, luckily no team orders at Carlin, so Maloney just went for it, spoke on track. So now he's going to have the opportunity to try and fight the car in front of him.
Oh, lock up.
Doing and a lock up there. Not sure who that was, but bit of smoke there. So nothing too bad. Now can he try and attack Doohan and try maybe to get Doohan into a mistake so Fittipaldi can go through as well?
Probably Leclerc having a lock up there. We've seen that several times. There's that piece of debris, just a big bit of carbon that's just hanging on the braking zone into turn 11 as well on the outside line. Although the track is a bit dirty, they'll sweep it. They've got an hour between the Porsche race and the Formula 1 race. They've got 2 hours of track time in order to solve everything and get it all cleaned up. They'll go out there with some sweepers, the marshals, get the big bits out of the way, and then we will go again. It won't take that long for a bit of maintenance as well. But I'll tell you one thing though, Formula 1 later are going to be in for a whole heap of drama because racing here in Bahrain is always a bit difficult, but this year it looks like the track temperatures are just giving you a little bit more grip, it's giving you a little bit more oomph in the car as well. And the track temperature is going to be around about 5-6 degree cooler when the race starts for Formula 1, and then it will drop the further the sun sets. We start the race 20 minutes after sunset officially, so technically it's a twilight, but the night goes in as Hauger pits again, but he's not even in this race. It's more of a test race for him now after being 5 laps down.
Yeah, I wonder if they just think, well, it's okay for now, let's just retire the car. And he is going to retire the car. Or is he going to try something new again? Well, they're getting the computer ready. They're not done yet, I think. They're just going to try something new, maybe just for testing. They really have made a test session out of this.
They really have. An extra one is going to help for them going into Saudi Arabia, of course, in 2 weeks' time. A long, sweeping circuit where Formula 2 has had so many red flags in just 4 races. It's become one of the most problematic tracks on the calendar. And, of course, last time we were there, we were waiting for start procedures that just never came.
Yeah, last year was very chaotic as well, and let's hope it's going to be less chaotic this year because we've seen some scary incidents as well, especially one of Enzo Fittipaldi, of course, at the start, so he's here still driving Formula 2, because that could have been a lot worse, of course.
And of course, next year, Saudi Arabia is the season opener for 2024, as Bahrain well, they've moved Saudi Arabia to the start of the year to respect Ramadan. So Saudi Arabia opens the Formula 1 and Formula 2 Canada next year. Then Bahrain's round 2, Australia's round 3. So it's a back-to-back for Formula 1 and Formula 2 and Formula 3, because they'll do all three, just like they are now, but it's a different order. But Saudi is the season opener. Sounds exciting on paper, but I don't think our adrenaline can take it, because they'll be testing at Bahrain still.
Yeah, can he go for it now? And then we see Maloney around the outside. He's gonna go for the switchback. No, he's gonna try and stick it around the outside of turn 4.
Can he do it? Side by side, Maloney's got the drive. Doohan's going to try and hold on. Nope, doesn't do it. Through goes Maloney. That caught us by surprise, but that was brilliant. So Zane Maloney up into 7th position. Doohan driving down and out. Zane Maloney's got to deal with the ever faltering Leclerc in this race, because the tyre's not working, the car's not working, and he's dropping out of the podium down to 6th position.
Yeah, now Enzo Fittipaldi man, and the gap was I think 1.1 to between them at first, but after this little battle between Maloney and Doohan, Enzo Fittipaldi has managed to catch up right behind him, but well, he's been in behind him all race before Maloney took him, so can he try and find something now?
Something dropped there as well, I heard on the car. It was very bizarre situation, just sort of heard a little clunk coming through, but just having a little bit of an opportunity to run. Just love hearing the onboards. You're on board with Enzo Fittipaldi if you're listening to hear the watch-along coverage. I know many people like to sync up with us, and they do so with the world feed at the beginning of the show. And then with the pips of the lights help as well, actually. I know many people pause it, wait for the 5th light to go out, then press play for us, which is very nice of them to do. Hauger is out of the race now again, so he has officially retired. We're down to 18 again.
No, I don't think so. He's retired, because after a while, if you just the computer thinks that you're out of the race, but I think he's still in the car there. As we can see, probably looking for it now. Oh, he's locked up. That's Doohan.
Doohan's locked up, gone straight on. That's allowed Fittipaldi through. And Leclerc has had a moment too at turn 1. That's allowed him. And Iwasa's going to the back of Behrman too. Iwasa around the outside of Behrman. Is that going to be a position that needs to be focused on? Yes. They make wheel-to-wheel contact. Leclerc's ahead. I think of Iwasa. They're still side by side. And yeah, Leclerc stays ahead of Iwasa. And Behrman stays ahead as well. Oh, this is getting insane. Behrman's ahead of Iwasa. Leclerc's ahead of Maloney.
Wow. Well, Behrman fully pushed Iwasa off the track. There's no room there.
He pushed me off.
He pushed me off.
Oh,
Maloney's going to try. That's insane. Can he work out? Round the outside to turn 9. Leclerc's going to stay on the inside line. Brakes, locks up, goes straight on. And Leclerc loses the position of his own accord and nearly hits the wall.
Yeah, once again going right straight on in turn 10, locking on fully. And I think we saw that coming. He just tried everything he could to stay ahead of him, but unfortunately not working out. Here we can see another replay of this. 2 battles on screen. Here we can see this was a bit dirty there by Oliver Behrman. We can see him. He was himself nearly goes 4 wheels off the track, so there was no room for Iwasa at all.
It's literally like he also kicked the wheel out the back, so it's literally like just an elbow to the face there as well mid-fight. And this was Maloney trying to go on the outside, backs out of it. Leclerc breaks way too late, locks up, and goes straight on.
On the previous flat
I
spot.
have no brakes.
I have no brakes, says Leclerc. So Arta is really struggling. Oh, he's seen in the race already, Synth, and he's getting it massive now as we see Behrman again for Iwasa.
Yeah, he's getting frustrated as well, so he's now going to be under pressure by Enzo Fittipaldi, and that flat spot is just getting bigger and bigger, so it's going to get only worse and worse for him now, and well, Leclerc might lose out to 7th place as well, while he could have been onto the podium before his little mistake in turn 10 a few laps ago.
Here we go, up towards turn 4. DRS open again for Iwasa. He's going to send it for a late move. He thinks about it to turn 4. He'll try the switch back, so Behrman will go deep. And it's not picking up anything in the exit. Great camera angle there, the exit of T4. That's going to be so important later on in the race for Formula 1. And Behrman and Iwasa battling hard, both on disintegrating tyres. It's like 26 or 32.
Yeah, a bit wide there now. it's getting a bit closer, but just a little bit too far on behind Behrman. So as you can see, look at that.
Oh wow, that's
close.
Maloney. Yeah, Maloney's dropped right back up, so he's abandoned Leclerc. And Zane Maloney's now right in the back. In fact, Maloney's got the DRS. He might go for a double here. What's he got up his sleeve? Is it trip aces? Can he look on the inside line? It's going to take at least to Wasser. And he goes through. Maloney to 5th with a possibility of 4th.
Oh, the switchback though from
yeah.
Iwasa. No, just a bit too far. I think Iwasa could have defended better. As you can see, his tires are really going off there.
Down the back straight. Verschoor's past Crawford for 13th position. One more Correa is next. Down the back straight away again. I'm just hearing over my team radio at the moment as well, and all those things as well, that Pourchaire. Oh, as Synthel's pictures breaks up, it wasn't you, it was my computer. I'm just hearing the radio since that Pourchaire, who is leading the race, is looking absolutely fantastic at the moment, but has had a lock-up somewhere on the track. So he has had a bit of a problem somewhere. So he's lost about a second or so to Boschung. But the timing screen looks all fine.
Yeah, oh, look how close now. Zane Maloney is, and he's going to definitely try and go again on the outside. Option for inside this time.
Oh, he's going for it. He's given the room, and he can't get through. Behrman's going to have to back out of this one. They go side by side through turn 4. And surely Maloney's got the accelerator pace. Side by side, wheel to wheel. And Behrman comes out ahead. And he's done an investigation for forcing another driver off the track.
Yeah, I think that's right. We saw that as well, that moment. He's been pushing him off the track. I'm not sure if he's going to get a penalty immediately for that as well. But
yeah,
it was quite dirty, but maybe allowed because he was ahead of him. Oh, he's looking now. Down the inside of turn 4. 10.
Go
Down the
for
inside
it.
of turn 10.
Down in a block up for Behrman, and through goes Maloney. Fantastic. Zane Maloney, I think, is the star of the race.
Wow. That's perfect. That's beautiful. As Druvela lost 2 positions, both the Van Amstel Racing cars. There's quite an incredible battle going on there for 11.
Change the pictures. Forget this one. What is happening with Verschoor? One more Correa and Johan Druvela.
And Crawford as well.
And Crawford's involved. Yeah, he's right in there. So we've got a 4-way fight, and Crawford's ahead of Druvela. He has moved up into 13th position. 5 to go. This is where we need split screen. Oh, this is getting insane.
Indeed, split screen would be incredible for now. But yeah, for sure, might actually have still a bit of a chance for points actually this race. That would be incredible. Incredible comeback.
Yeah, Hadjar's involved in this battle now too, isn't he? So Hadjar, Verschoor, Correa, Crawford, Druvela, Nizani's involved. 6-way fight further back, and we're watching
as well.
And Doohan too, yeah. And we're watching this, and Hadjar passes Doohan. No investigation necessary for Behrman, and we've got a slow as well. Fittipaldi, as Iwasa has the run on Behrman up the hill now. Behrman goes defensive. Iwasa's going to go to the inside, almost in the wall of the pit boards, and gets through. Goes the comeback.
Easy switchback.
Yeah, Behrman. Oh, Behrman, he's through. Brilliant. This is amazing racing. What a race. And Verschoor's into 10th. He's past Doohan. We need 2 screens.
There's so much going on this race. Down the inside turn 8. No, just looking, but he's still behind him. What an incredible job by Oliver Behrman then as well. And look at these battles. Leclerc there behind. And is there an issue there as well for Hadjar? It's so much going on this race.
Leclerc struggling as well, and the more these guys fight, the more that battle that we were just talking about we need to see is coming into fruition. So we're going to have like a 6-7-way fight battle. Look at that. Leclerc's on the inside of Iwasa, who's made a mistake coming out of turn 11. Leclerc's on the inside line, and Arthur Leclerc gets through. And off the track went Iwasa. And now the other 2 are joining him. Hadjar's catching up, and Druvela ahead now of Nizani, and Novalak's come into this. We are going to have an 11-car fight for the 5th place position. Well, for the podium position, unbelievable.
Wow, that's incredible. We need more laps. This is an incredible battle. I don't want this to stop.
Battle on. Again, little bit of a break. Can't seem to find it. Back again.
Well, here we go back on the straight then. DRS open now for Arthur Leclerc, and in the back we see Richard Verschoor trying to get back past Hadjar.
And they're going down to turn 1. There's more moves going on as well. Can they get the job done? For sure. Hadjar, for sure. They look out. They change positions again. Fantastic. Oh, this is amazing Formula 2 racing. There's Behrman in 5th position, having to hold off from Arthur Leclerc, Iwasa Fittipaldi. Then we get Vershaw, now ahead of Hadjar. There is one Manuel Correa, who is closing on his first ever points, and Behrman's made a mistake.
Guys, do I have a chance to catch the car ahead?
Yes, you do. Full push.
That's Maloney being told he can push and push Maney, but Behrman's so slow out the corners, he's holding everybody up. That's why they're towing each other. Behrman's having real issues out there. Look at Leclerc. He's going to go for it. On the inside of turn 10, thinks better of it. Wow!
He was definitely looking down the inside there. He's got DRS now. Surely he's going to try and get past him in turn 11.
They've all got DRS down the straight. But look how slow they're going. Leclerc's on the inside, halfway down the straightaway towards turn 11 and goes through into 5th position. And now they're starting to split up again. So the tyres are going off. 3 to go. Nazani's past 2 and he's up into 13th. On board with Fittipaldi, catching up to Iwasa.
Yeah,
Oh.
so close behind, and Richard Vershaw is right behind here as well, only 3 tenths behind. It's so close, this battle, and we're gonna go for onto the straight nearly as well after this corner. And can look at Vershaw, 2 tenths, he's right behind him. Can he try something in the
Yes!
final corner?
Oh, that's brave! He backed out of it, but he's picked up a lot of marbles as well since. And look at the tyre, it's got a bit of debris, but he's still on him now, down the straight. Can he get ahead of Fittipaldi? Novalak's past Doohan. To the inside. For sure can't go through. And Iwasa passing Behrman at the same time. Oh, and they go wide. And it's side by side. Behrman's going to be 3 wide here. And round the outside goes Vershaw. Fantastic. I don't know where to look.
And now Vershaw trying to get past Behrman as well immediately down the inside.
Oh!
Turn 4. Oh, nearly 3 wide.
And Behrman's round the outside of Iwasa. Pushed off the track. And there goes Vershaw. Fantastic. Behrman trying to
contact.
go. Behrman was pushed off the track. Vershaw's coming through. And here comes Fittipaldi too. This is amazing, Seth.
Yeah, this is incredible. I don't know where to look. Can Vershaw down the inside turn 8? Possibly. No. Yes, he's going for it.
Hadjar too going for a move on the inside. Fittipaldi's going to be careful about who's alongside him. Oh, and
nearly
then
contact.
they do touch.
Wow, nearly Fittipaldi losing his front wing there as well. And now down the inside of Behrman goes Fittipaldi.
And that's down at 11, and that's going to be Behrman a little bit wide. They make slight contact, the Carlin, the Prima, and here comes Isaac Hadjar and the High-Tech. They're going to go side by side. Hadjar's knocked Fittipaldi down into 10th position as well. Behrman's trying to hold on for 8th position as well. Shuts the door in Hadjar's face. This is just changing dramatically.
Oh, this is all over the place. And down the inside of turn 12, that's not going to work out. You got to watch out for your front wing there. And that's going to lose him a little bit of time through here.
And
As
that-
up front,
Maloney.
Maloney has caught up to Maney.
So the 3rd place battle is on. Unbelievable. So Poitier and Boschong are miles ahead. And now, here comes Zane Maloney on the last 2 laps. Maney goes towards the wall. Maloney goes to the outside line. And it's Maloney who round the outside makes the move and cuts him off. Fantastic.
This is the best finish
Oh,
to a
for sure.
race I may have ever seen. This is incredible. It's all over the place. For sure, it's gone past Iwasa as well for 6th. As here, Iwasa tries to fight back.
And Behrman's being under pressure from Hadjar. There it goes, and who's that coming to? That's one
Correa.
Correa. Did he make contact? No. 4 wide. Nazani's getting involved in it as well. At the inside. Oh, that's Crawford nearly making contact. Fantastic Formula 2.
Yeah, oh, this is incredible. And here again now, lots of battles going on. This is incredible. Let's see through turn 4. And they keep it single file finally for one corner.
Oh, wow,
They
yeah.
keep it single file. As we see a replay now of the move. Yeah, this was late from Maney to the inside. Look at this.
Yeah, it swaps back as well. So Kushmani was really pushing. Maloney sort of already knew it was coming. He was already prepping. Let's listen.
Come on!
He started
Yeah.
16th. He's now 3rd.
Yeah, well, Maloney's got a lot
Oh.
of fans, of course. The driver from Barbados. And look at this battle.
Behrman's down to 10th, so Hadjar's passed him. And now Behrman's holding up Fittipaldi, one Manuel Correa, Roy Nazani, Jack Crawford and Clement Novalak.
Here comes Correa then. He's very close now. Behind the back of Enzo Fittipaldi. He's going to go on the outside. Up front as well, a battle between Iwasa and Hadjar.
Yeah, Hadjar is still behind and now gets ahead of Awasa. He's done it in turn 12. There it is. Hadjar's up into 7th position. Awasa down to 9th. Behrman's under big pressure now as well. Can't seem to get through. We're on the last lap of the race and we still don't. We know who's going to win. We know who's going to be second. We know who's going to be third. But God knows who's going to be behind them. They are all swapping positions like they are playing chop trumps. It's fantastic. Have you got better tyre grip? You take this position. No, I've got better strategy. I'll take this position. Lock up for Behrman. Double lock up. And that loses in 1 position, 2 positions, 3 positions more.
Yeah, there it goes. As well, one man of Correa.
He's into the points.
points.
Correa's in the points on the last lap. Fantastic. The timer's out. Down towards turn number 1 we go. And they're all going to the inside. Correa goes to the inside. Behrman around the outside.
Oh,
Behrman locks up. Behrman goes straight on. His tyres are completely dead. Nazani.
Yeah, he's done. And Ronizani up in 11th as well. So this is going to be the final run down towards turn 4. Incredible. This is incredible. And Behrman now down to 14th after the double lockup. His tires are so done. He's tried everything he could, but it didn't work out in the end for him.
Theo Boccia's on his way for his 6th win in his career in FIA Formula 2 and the perfect start to a season he can do to win the feature for the title challenge. But everyone behind him for sure, he will remember, was down in 17th place at one point in this race. He's 6th with the fastest lap, and there's more drama.
Sure is so close behind Leclerc as well for P5.
Oh, he is 0.150. Get to that battle. Oh, he's got to have him. 0.67. Verschoor's through. Verschoor's going to take it as Theo Pourchaire wins for the 6th time in Formula 2. Verschoor goes 5th. He passed Leclerc. Pourchaire wins the feature race in Shakir. A domination drive as that's right, Nazani. Nazani. He's having a battle with Crawford over 11th. Crawford gets the inside line back, doesn't work out. Juanma Correa's going to get points for the first time in Formula 2 since his return, which is a dream story. Ralph Boschung completes the sprint race win with feature race 2nd. Maloney, impressive for 3rd. Maney will be 4th. Verschoor 5th. Leclerc 6th. Hadjar, I believe, will then be next. An amazing end to Formula 2's first feature race of the year. Sees everybody battling to the end. Maney, Verschoor, Leclerc, Hadjar, Awasa, Fittipaldi. And Juan Manuel Correa gets points on return. Permanent Formula 2. That is a fantastic story. Nazani, Crawford, Novalak. And then in 14th position, Behrman, who dropped down. Cordial, Duan Juvela, Benavides. And I'm looking at Cordial ahead of Duan with a penalty. Pourchaire wins. Here's the radio.
Yes, mate. Yes. Vamos, yo, vamos. Yes, sir.
Well, you say you did.
What a racing.
Yeah, well, I think this is racing. I love this. This is why we love Formula 2. This is why we love racing. This is exactly what we wanted to see today. And this may be the best Formula 2 race I've ever seen.
Let's take a look at it again on the last lap.
Yeah, lots of battles. This was Oliver Behrman then still ahead of them and then locking up both tires into the final corner. That is where it started, unfortunately for him. He could have been maybe had a few cards here and could get some points, but then into turn 1 another big lockup as well with Juan Manuel Correa down the inside to get into the points. Incredible job by him as well. And wow, what an incredible race. Here we can see another replay of it. The Prema there on the outside, double lockup into turn 1.
Absolutely fantastic. That is, honestly, I agree with you, Sid. One of the best Formula 2 races I think I've ever seen. Ralph Boschung started 10th, 2nd. He's our championship leader, guys.
I cannot believe it! Come on! What a drive, right? Ralph, what a drive. What a car! I tell you! Viva Campos!
Ralph Boschung, a man who coming into this weekend had 95 starts and no wins, as well as only 4 podiums, leaves with 6 podiums, 1 win, and the championship lead in Formula 2. Unbelievable. And he's not that far behind, but he's not that far ahead of Pourchaire either, so Pourchaire is closing in with the victory here. 10 for the sprint, 18, that puts him on 28. Pourchaire, 25 for the win. I think they're actually closer to level. Pourchaire is 2nd still.
Come on, what a drive! What a boy! That is brilliant! What a job! Wow, who would have thought, Matt? Oh my goodness. Whatever you told me to do with those tires, it worked very well. Yeah, amazing car. Wow. Thank you guys. Imagine what you can do when you qualify where you should.
Just pick up the qualifying and then you've got it pretty much bang on. What a Formula 2. At least we get the podium this time.
Yeah, we need to calm down a little bit after that.
Yes, I need the interviews. Unbelievable race here in Shakir.
Wow.
And Formula 1.
And I was right, by the way, with
Yeah.
my prediction, right? Pocher was over 15 seconds ahead of the number 2.
Yes, 19.6. So, lottery numbers for you, please. Fantastic. Well done, Sith, yeah. 19.6 at the line. Pocher was ahead of Boschung. Big hugs all round. What a race. Honestly, we're lots of words. We just need to catch our breath. So much
Yeah, definitely.
happened.
There was so much happening. It was so that battle was so incredible, and yeah, so incredible that also with 1 minute Korea and the points, Ralph Boschung in 2nd place again. This is also very unexpected, starting from 10th on the grid, and yeah, it is just incredible stories all this race. We can just watch it. I can watch this 10 times over again, and I would still enjoy it.
Unpredictably predictable, I think, is what Formula 2 should be. It's predictable it would be chaos, it's unpredictable who would be on top. But Pocher takes the win. So, yeah, by my calculations, 10 points for the sprint, 18 for second. Boschung has 28 points. Pocher, 25 for the sprint. I can't remember when we finished yesterday, but I think Boschung leads the title by around about a point off my quick calculations. I wait for the official timing screens to show us, which it does after the podium, or maybe even in the cool-down room. But seriously impressive stuff right now. 2 weeks till we can do it again in Saudi.
Wow, well, that could be more chaotic. It's a little bit more difficult to overtake there, of course.
Yeah.
But
It's more about the red flags and the accidents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so Pocher finished 5th,
So that's how many points?
and he got, of course, 2 points I think for pole position as well. So in
so
total 5 points I think then.
5, 6. Pocher's leading the title then. So Pocher leads the title. Boschung second as well, off the calculations then.
Yeah. Well, it's very close, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 points between them or something. That's insane at this stage. Ralph Boschung is in a title hunt, and he's going to keep that because cars aren't going to change that much. Pocher watching on. I need breakfast. I usually have a fry up, a full English on a race weekend, but today I'm having some pancakes instead, some American style pancakes with some Nutella. Let's just sort of get the chocolatey feel for the race, give you a sugar boost, and I think you need it after that. We have an amazing Formula 1 race coming, and I honestly don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, if Formula 1 can just be 1% of what we seen today with this race, I think we're in for a very good Formula 1 race as well.
I'll tell you what,
And
I've never been so glad to throw down to Laura Winter so we can catch our breath. Down to you, Laura.
Teo, congratulations. You won the feature race here last year. You've done it again, emphatically so, by such a margin. What goes through your mind as the gap just gets bigger and bigger and you've just got to stay out front and get the job done?
Yeah, it's been an amazing weekend. I need to give credit to my amazing team here at Grand Prix. They gave me the opportunity to drive again this year in Formula 2 and also the Sauber Academy. Big thanks to the Sauber Academy, to ART Grand Prix, to all the people who work with me. Yeah, we did the pole by 7.5 tenths. We won the feature race. I mean, sprint race was good as well. It's a very, very good start.
It's a brilliant start to the season, isn't it? You were second in the championship last year. It's been an almost perfect start for you. Can you go one better this season, and how will you get that done?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's an amazing start, and it's only 1 weekend done, There is 13 to go, so I'm focused, I don't want to celebrate too much. It's still a long way to go, and, I want to do a great season. I want to give my best. I will give my best, and let's see what we can do.
I won't get too far ahead of myself then, I'll just stay calm. I say you're so far out in front, the boys in commentary were laughing that you were probably watching the screens to see what was going on behind you. Were you?
I was watching the screen almost every laps, every 2 laps. And yeah, I was watching the screen. But you know, at the end, on the soft tires, I was just managing a lot. I could have driven a lot quicker, but the most important for me, it was to take care of the tires in case there was a safety car. And this is something I did. So I'm very proud. We had a clean weekend, no issues with the car. It's very important for us. So I'm super happy. Right now, a lot of pressure. I had a lot of pressure coming into this weekend because, you know, you never know the real performance after the test, but now I know. I'm pretty fast, and we have to keep working like that.
Yeah, you definitely know you're very much on top. Thank you very much. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Théo Pourchaire, winner of the feature race here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Théo Pourchaire loves the celebration.
Okay, I thought we were going to hear from the top 3 as well. There's Pourchaire crossing line from our camera angle, Sim. And big thumbs up from ART.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in the best position to win the championship this year.
I agree. Looks like he's going to push as hard as he possibly can. I always thought it was Lewis Hamilton. There's a very Pourchaire's wearing a very Hamilton-style helmet, isn't he? Actually, looking at that. But you can always be mistaken to think it is Lewis Hamilton. As they come out. Right, we'll hear from them in the cool-down room as well, I suppose. And then we'll go up to the podium. Théo Pourchaire, Ralph Boschung, Zane Maloney. Here they are in the cool-down room now.
This year he seems in a real place.
So long. They just said no bad words. Finesse. Now it's better. This is better. Oh, okay. No. What was it? You started on front?
No. Option? No, I started prime, yes. I started when option, but I was like P14.
Oh, when it's after this?
I want to struggle so much with that.
Okay.
You were up front the whole way, no?
Yeah, I was alone. Just the beginning of the race, it was Ralph behind me, but
Yeah.
I was first.
There's the top 3 then, talking to them in the podium. As they think, as we're just watching as well. I can't wait. This season is just electric. Honestly, the racing atmosphere today has just been through the roof since. And I'm still watching. Formula 3 was really good. Formula 2 was insane. Formula 1 has got something to live up to here and better be good. It is Bahrain.
Yeah,
after all.
definitely. Well, we've seen an incredible quali already in Formula 1. So, in Q1 with the whole grid between 1.2 seconds, I think we can expect something great later on today.
Prep for that then. About what? 3? No, sorry. Yeah. 12:36. About 2.5 hours until green light for the start. Wow, it doesn't seem that long, does it? 2.5 hours. That's all you got. But onto the podium, Zane Maloney 3rd, Ralph Boschung 2nd. We'll hear the French national anthem for Théo Pourchaire. The national anthem of France for Théo Pourchaire, our champion. 23 going after this. Is this his last year in F2? Can he take the title? Will he go to Formula 1? So much still in the works. Trophy goes up in hand for his 6th career win. ART get another win in Formula 2. Add to their many, many years worth across GP2 and Formula 2 as well. Ralph Boschung gets his 6th podium, his 2nd of the season, after just 2 races. A victory yesterday for the first time, and a 2nd today. 2nd in the title. And Zane Maloney, 16th to 3rd. The fastest man for Barbados. Fantastic run there. And now, as ever, it's champagne time! Non-alcoholic champagne is sprayed. Carmen plays. Next up for Formula 2 is Saudi Arabia. The fastest street circuit on the calendar. Dangerous beyond belief. Since 2 races, 2 great races, what do we expect going into Saudi?
Well, another lot of chaos. Hopefully another strategically interesting race. And well, I doubt it's going to be better than this race because that's nearly impossible. It was such a perfect race. But I hope we're going to see a lot of battles as well next time out.
My thanks to you, Synth, for joining me for the sprints and the features this week right across F1 and F2 and the practice sessions for F1. My thanks to all of you at home. Well, that's it then. We've had the appetizers. Now it's time for the main course. Formula 1 is next. Getting underway 2 p.m. with our coverage GMT for the pre-show. Lights out 3 p.m. GMT. And then straight after we go to IndyCar as well. Formula 2 and Formula 3 have delivered. Time for the main course. The full shebang. Formula 1 is next. For Formula 2, we'll see you at Saudi Arabia. Bye-bye.